Hello, welcome to another video on courses. So in this video, we're going to look at standard practice for use of effective dates in creating and updating a course record. Okay, the first thing we're going to look at is the relationship between the course and other records in the system. Okay, so we create our course record. Then other things we're going to need to do to use the course in the system. We need to create an activity registry record. So this is to create the assessments for a course, so exams, coursework, etc. That's all managed in the registry, and we need to create a registry record for that course and link it to that course. If we're going to use the course in a program of study, we also have to create a PE course item or academic item, which we are going to use to attach it to a program of study. We also need to create, or we could need to create enrollment requirements for that course. So the requisites, whether a student, if they're doing Module B, need to have taken Module A, or whether they need to have, I don't know, A-level maths or something like that. And finally, in the UK, we need to create, or we may need to create HESA module details to be able to record HESA subject information and other HESA information that will be used in our HESA student submission. Okay, so we've got quite a few records that are linked to the course and that we need to consider when we're creating our course and how we're going to use effective dates. Okay, so I am in Campus Solutions and I'm in the course catalog and I've created a new course record. So there we are. And the date I've given it is the 1st of the 8th, 2017. So basically the standard practice is that when we create a new course in the current year, we're always going to be creating that new course to go live in the next academic year. We shouldn't be creating, in November a course that's going to start running in that year. So the standard practice is when you create a new course, the effective date you're going to use is the 1st of August of the year that next academic year is. So in this case, I'm creating a course that's going to start in academic year 17-18, so I've given it a date of the 1st of the 8th, 2017. And that's absolutely right. That's what we want to do. We don't want to create a course that's just suddenly going to go live as soon as we create it. We want to create it, and so it goes live in the system at the beginning of the academic year it's going to be used in. So that's the kind of the dating standard that we're going to use. However, there is a problem with that, which means we're going to have to change our approach slightly. And the problem with that is I've created my course, but now I want to create my activity registry record and my PE record and my HESA details, etc. Now I'm going to show you what happens when we're using a future effective date like that. So let's open a new window and we'll use the activity registry to demonstrate this. So I go into curriculum management, activity registry, and I want to add a new value. I want to create a registry record for this course I've just created, so click on Add. Okay, so here we are. It's created the record. Now I need to add in my mapping here, map or attach this registry record back to the course I've created. So I need to put my course ID in here. So let's go and get that. Copy that, go back to the registry and paste it in. Now, the problem we have, and this applies to all those other records, the PE course item, enrollment requirements, HESA stuff, it can't find it. And it can't find it because at the moment the system doesn't think, or it doesn't exist, because it's a future effect. So it's got one row which is future effective dated to the 1st of August, which means that we can't create a registry record or a course, PE course record or whatever it is until the 1st of August 2017 in this example. So that's no good to us because we need to create this information now. So we're going to have to change our practice slightly. And the practice that we're going to have to do is, sorry, as I flick around a bit, we create the new record. The first date of that record needs to be the current date. Okay, so let's put the current date in and we'll save that. So I've created my course and I'm giving the effective date of the current date. Now, when I go back to my registry, oops, Happy clicking. Now it can find the record and I can set it up. Okay, so now I can set up my registry record, I can set my PE record, I can set up my HESA record, and I can create my enrollment requirements. So, step 1, create course, use the effective date of the current date, and then go away and build all the other stuff you've got to build, like the activity registry record. Once you've done all that, we're going to put a new row in, and we're going to give that the date. Let's give it the next day's date. Okay, because what we want to do, we want to make it inactive. Because if we just put the effective date of the course in as the current date and it's active, that means it's live in the system. Students will be able to see it when they search for courses. Classes may be created for it, and which means students could enroll on it. And it may even be included in timetabling download. And we don't want that to happen because we don't want it to be available or anything to happen to it in the system until the 1st of August of that, the year it starts. So we add a new row. We put a date in, which is going to be the day after the current date that you created it on, and we're going to make the status inactive, and then we're going to save it. Oh, just bear with. Sorry about that. Just a beautiful little bug we've got at the moment in one of the environments, but we're going to ignore that. Okay, so now I've got 2 rows. My first row of the current date, it's active. I've created all my other records, and I've added a new row to make it inactive because I don't want it to be active until the beginning of the next academic year. And then finally, I'm going to add in one more row, and I'm going to put 1st of August 2017 active, which means putting this row in, that course will go live, become active in the system on the 1st of August of the year that it starts, and then we can create classes for it and students can see it and everything's great. Okay, so that's the approach we're going to use. 3 effective data rows when we create a course. First one's the current date. We go away and create all our records. Second one, day after, we make it inactive. Third one, 1st of the 8th of the next academic year, and we make it active. And then if you want to make any changes to that course record after you create it, you must do it in this 1st of the 8th 2017 record, not in an earlier one. All the changes go into this one. Okay, so those are the things that you need to consider when you're creating a course in terms of effective dates. Now, if you already got an existing course and you want to make an update for the next academic year that will start, that change will be applied from the beginning of the next academic year, then you just add a new row and put in the 1st of the 8th, in this example 2017, make your changes and in that row. So you don't have to go for this faff of creating 3 rows. All you do, you add one new row in, future effective date it for the 1st of August of the next academic year, and make your changes, and that's all you need to do.